Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the OG Monkey Business Show. I am your host, Gunnar.
Yo.
Joined here by my lovely guests, lizZard, Tsunami, and Slacks. How are you doing tonight, gentlemen?
I'm impressed. He already got the name right.
Well
He's
done.
got it all. Like, what else do we need here? We have Gunnar as a host. Like, Slacks, what are we doing here?
I thought it was funny because we have 3 hosts on tonight and then Gunnar, so why not make Gunnar host and we can all give him some tips. You could become the world's next host. You could take down Sheever finally.
Do I need tips right now?
No, sir.
nailing it.
There we
You're
go.
nailing it. You said the name of the show?
The
Good
name of my
job.
guest? Yeah.
All the
True
guests.
to us, that's pretty much it. Tsunami, any tips?
Born natural. I mean, you started this event casting, then you started paneling. Now you're beginning your transition into hosting.
Yeah, I came here to be a player, though, so there's
No.
some missteps on the way there, but
I might want to give up on that one. No, I'm sorry. You're doing good.
How has it been so far as a player though? Like, what have you enjoyed more? Like in tournaments, playing beats everything, right? Like,
playing beats everything.
Besides hosting here, right?
Of course, hosting, the Monkey Business Show is it's been a dream of mine ever since I was
Hey.
a young child back in the day, and so now it's maybe overshadowing being a player, but it's being a player is better compared to other things. I would
This
say.
is a very similar story to what you told me when I first had you as one of my panelists at the TI9 draft panel. You remember our tiny little desk?
I do.
With the
three
chairs that would
people,
sink down.
Yes,
3
and they
people.
would slowly sink, slowly down.
Yeah.
And then you want to raise it. I think I stood one of the.
You did
segments.
stand, and the entire time I was looking up like, so Gunnar, how do you think about this pick right here?
A little glint in the eye.
Yeah,
It was a good time. I do remember fond memories of that TI.
Sam.
You know, you mentioned something. You said since you were small, you dreamed of hosting the Monkey Business Podcast.
Show.
Show. Thank
Only
you.
the show.
Very good. Very good, Gunnar.
Came
Already doing
prepared.
well. Reminds me of a show I used to watch called Psychic Kids. One of the greatest shows ever made. It was one of those reality shows, and they'd take these kids that claim to be psychics, and they'd bring them into a house where someone got murdered and said, like, what are you feeling?
You watched this when you were a kid?
Hey, this show was amazing. It was one of the best shows ever made. These kids would just walk in and be like, feel like something real bad happened in here. It's the best show.
Wouldn't that just be every episode?
Yeah.
Someone walking in like, dude, someone won $1 million here. This is a great house.
The kids would be like, I'm getting a real bad feeling about that
Bad vibes,
closet.
bad
And then have this
vibes.
dramatic music. Psychic Kids, bro. What a tale of oldest time.
Noted.
Wasn't it Quantum Leap? Like you were just telling me about it earlier.
Quantum Leap?
Wasn't that your favorite show? Or is that
No,
kinda
no, that's just a reference to a show in the 80s.
How many
No,
shows did you watch when you were younger?
I
What was
watched
your
a lot of bad TV.
top 3. What top 3?
Well, I mean, my parents, so you guys won't understand this, but poor people in the chat, you guys will get this. My parents, we were so poor we didn't have cable, so we had air. It's
Yeah.
a thing back in the day where you turn on the TV and it'd be like, and then you get like one show from like 40 years ago. I must have watched 8 seasons of MASH before I never wanted to watch TV again. It was awful. So, yeah, I watched a lot of really old, horrible TV.
I'm gonna fight this battle. Like I used to put a spoon where the antenna is just to get
Oh,
some.
okay, this guy's been through the gutter too. Hell yeah.
Just to get some. By the way, Bosnia post-war, we only had American TV shows from the 80s, so I probably watched the
Okay.
same. Actually, I talked to Nahaz about this like a long time ago. The two of us, we grew up watching the same.
No, it
Well,
wasn't
that's
just
impressive.
Nahaz. It was also Pyrian. You and Pyrian bonded over these random obscure television shows
Yeah, it
from
was.
like the British 60s or something like that. And you're like, you remember
wait,
that
wait,
scene in
that's-
Faulty Towers or whatever?
Faulty
was a
Towers. What was it? I can't remember. Only Fools and Horses.
Yes,
something
that
like
was the
that.
one.
What the hell?
With Del Boy and stuff.
Yeah, so that was how the topic came up. He said that someone looked just like Del Boy, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Pyrian, because it was like he was 5 cocktails drunk, and then you walked in, and you're like, did you just say Del Boy? I know who that is, and he was like, no way. Who the hell was?
Something connecting us.
Was it you who looked like Del Boy? Who's Del Boy?
No, it wasn't me. It was.
Okay.
It was
Literally no one knows what we're
don't
talking
know.
about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no.
I'm kind of out of my element here. I
Don't
watched,
worry,
like,
you're the host. Transition.
Tell us about
You have to move from this topic.
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
It's
Yes.
becoming stale.
what TikToks have you watched recently?
I
Gunnar?
love all of the TikToks.
Okay, I bet.
Did Fortnite come out with a new dance, Gunnar?
Yeah, they did come out with a new dance. You know it? Did you show it for the class?
I
Come on,
don't
Slack.
know what's
Slack, do you
single.
know any Fortnite dances?
I know. Don't they floss in Fortnite?
They do.
do.
Yeah.
You know how to floss.
No, I don't know how to floss.
you do.
I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention to Ninja when he did it. Sorry.
He wasn't
My
seeing
bad.
enough movement.
Not enough movement.
I can't dance. I'm sorry, Gunnar.
Slacks. What was your favorite game today in the major? Let's on topic for a little.
You did a watch party today, didn't
Damn,
you?
good job. buddy.
Yeah,
Very, very
yeah.
nice.
I would
Nice
say
job.
it was that last series, but as much as I love Liquid, I really wanted Quest to win. I thought they were going to win. I really love the storyline of Quest. I thought it would be so cool if they got to TI this event. So I would have said that one, but that was a bit of a bummer. Sorry about that. So favorite series? The one that was a 2-0. Always a fan of that one. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you,
had
2
two of
hours.
those, right, today. but-
Yeah.
We did
Like
have
this-
2 of them.
And this last one, actually, I'm not 100% on this, but I believe that I was watching some Russian streams, like while the game was going on.
Dude, I love
And the
watching
whole
Nick stream.
Yeah,
literally-
good idea.
Yeah, the whole chat was literally just spamming for CIS, like for the whole region.
Yeah.
Because if I'm correct, Quest not making it to the
The
finals
confirmed bet boom.
confirmed bet boom, right?
Wow.
4 Eastern European teams at TI, 3 that directly qualified and 1 through
Damn.
regionals.
Yeah, so that entire region was rooting against Quest to get to the dream.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty
Unfortunately
much,
for Slacks, yeah.
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 I mean, it's a cool storyline. I like Quest a lot. I like guys coming in from new regions and representing, you know? I feel like that's really cool. One day there'll be an Australian squad, you know, probably Danog and that one guy that plays Lycan in every pub, and that would be cool. Maybe they'll make it to TI, probably not, but
We're getting South African talent as well because Snare's on the come up, and actually
true.
CDPC has a 5-position South African, first South African in the DPC.
Let's go. Let's go.
So let's
Let's
get all the
go.
continents in. Where's the Antarctic DPC?
Yeah.
That one might be a little tough. I don't know how the internet's over there. Also, you'd have to get, you know, what, 8 teams in Div 1, 8 teams in Div 2, so
There's a lot of penguins.
Yeah.
Did we get all the regions so far? What are we missing? SA and Australia, right? South Africa, I mean.
Yeah, so Africa, and then MENA is its own thing, and then Oceania. I'm thinking about other esports, the ones that are
Oceania.
Oceania.
OCE.
You got to include New
like-
Zealand,
Oh, that's a real place? That sounds like some
Yeah, that's
Lion
a
Witch
real
in the
place.
wardrobe crap right there.
right? It was
Wasn't our boss been there or something like that?
Gabe Newell.
yeah, New Zealand.
Oceania?
You didn't know that was real?
I didn't know that was real. I thought you just made up a cool word. That's hype.
Let's get the
Atlantis?
Atlantis, exactly.
That's what it sounds like, the Atlantic Esports team.
We'll get Santa Claus. We'll get a little, you know, elf team.
Oceania. And our team from Antarctica, Jack Frost and Santa Claus, and on the Oceania team with Aquaman.
What a hype TI finals that would be.
Sick, man.
Yeah, but
Got Team Liquid. They're close enough.
Hey!
That's true.
yeah, looking at the regions though, there's a lot of players that are escaping from some regions. I'm
Yeah.
looking at Quinn, you know, but there are some that are hosting and also staying in their regions, playing with their like national teammates.
Yeah, we got the 5 Americans right now.
Respect.
Lelis does have a American passport.
Okay,
so
okay.
5 American
go.
players
Wow.
I don't
let's
know. I still see
go.
the Brazilian flag on Wikipedia.
on the team. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is
yeah.
what it is. There's nothing you can do, but it is true.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you are beginning the pipeline that Quinn went through, because Quinn was also a oft random analyst after he got eliminated out of tournaments, and then was on perpetual NA teams until he exported himself out. You're not thinking about that quite yet.
yeah, this is a little toxic, I believe.
No,
this
No, okay, take
conversation.
it easy.
No, it-
No.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have like pride, you know, playing for NA with a real
Yeah, we got
name?
North
Huh?
American pride. We got the most North American team in the North American DPC.
Yeah?
So we carry like what the most like American players at majors.
Oh,
yeah.
We're like 70% of them, right? I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
a lot of pride on the line.
Okay, come on. Do you actually care? Like, do you feel like any responsibility being like the rep of the region, or is it just like, you know, doing your thing?
I would say it's like 90% doing your thing. And, like, there's like the 10% that you play versus random teams, and you're like, oh, they have like 5 non-NA players. Got to do what you got to do. Got to take
Yeah.
out the trash for North America.
Dang,
that's
God
right.
dang.
That's
Yeah.
the American spirit that I live for.
No, if you watched interviews during the DPCs, like NA teams and some of these players, like they really have a lot of pride. I remember some very spicy interviews
There
playing
were
with
some
some Eastern
spicy
Europeans
interviews.
being in NA.
Damn. Damn.
It's also like South America. I know when the Infamous, do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
Heater on Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
And the community was not too big of a fan, I believe, of them just kind of hopping to South America.
So before anyone started moving, like while I was still playing, even like 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
we had not actually my iteration of the squad, the next one or the one before me had an offer to go to South America and play from there.
Oh.
Try and qualify from there. And they rejected it because it was like, yeah, like everyone is gonna laugh at us. We have to stay here and make it in Europe. What a bunch of stupid idiots. Everyone started doing it after.
Oh boy.
So speaking on the topic of region swapping, the teams are confirmed for TI, right? All 12 teams. So now there are 2 players on teams you can swap now and stay in the TI qualifiers. The
Really?
teams can make 2 moves from now until TI quals. Are there any big moves you guys think will happen? Or do you think all the teams are going to stay mostly the same?
Okay, so I'm thinking about what are the front runners for
Can I-
each region.
Just to put it out there, like spicy, maybe there's one player that has prevented GPK.
Okay, take it easy, dude. Take it easy.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Maybe.
There's also
Yeah.
already Aster, right? With
Yep.
Baboka.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Baboka's out.
I can't believe that. The longest running friendship in all of Dota history
Done.
ruined.
I feel
Baboka
like
success.
that was something Kaka did. Like I feel that he broke that.
No, don't put that on
He
him.
went in and he was like, "Yeah, Baboka,
I'll do
you
a
know,
better job.
You have
do a
no
better
evidence
job,
of
you
this.
said-
I was
Whispering
taught
in
to
the air.
message people like that. Like I used to, I didn't it was not like an interview, but like I was talking to a team that needed a player. I think it was the Infamous team actually.
Okay.
And I was trying to be like very polite and respectful, and I was like, "Oh, these are my like faults. This is what I need to work on, but this is what I'm good at." And then they got someone else, and that guy was like, "I'm the best at everything. Like you're making a mistake if you don't pick me."
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta know how to sell yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's how you gotta sell yourself and just be like, "That guy. If you pick that guy, you're gonna lose, you know. But if you pick me,
damn.
free wins."
Send all the replays when you're
Yeah.
owning him.
Yeah.
Don't mention the ones where you lost.
Yeah,
You know,
just
on
like
the
if you
replay.
know your competition, just like try to queue them in a pub, solo kill them, and just like screenshot it, send it to the guy. Be like, guys, I got it right here.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like for me, we had Saberlight yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was with his teammates from Czech. Like they were all from the same nation playing for a really long time. It was kind of sad when he left, but he outgrew them, right?
Yep.
And there are sometimes these situations you get someone that you just can't refuse. I believe Kaka is perhaps one of those guys. Just look at every team. What happens to them after he leaves? IG. He left. They dropped in Division 2.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get back.
What
Is
isn't
that him being on the team or him leaving? Like,
is it
one of those
when
things
he's
where it's
in
like-
the team, he's making a team great. When
Sure.
he leaves, I believe he's the main shot caller most of the time.
I see
so
the
it's-
opposite. I think he sucks up their good shit and then leaves. He's a vampire.
He's a
He's a Dota vampire.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean that when he
Perfect sell of Dota.
Right. He's yeah, there you go. That's a good reference right there. Nice one. DBZ in this bitch. Yes, but he goes and he's like, guys, I'll fix your team. And he just
see you
pieces
guys
out
later.
to the next victim, huh?
yeah, but when he joins a team, doesn't he like bring some of that power to him?
Yeah, but I mean,
So
At
yeah,
the
if
cost
they
of
need it last,
Baboka?
Yeah, but he needs to constantly like be rotating. He needs
Yeah,
fresh
but
blood all the
they
time.
only need
That's
like
what
2
it is.
months, right, for TI? 2-3
That's
months.
true.
It's a short amount of time.
Well, lizZard, you covered China.
Yep.
Is Aster your front runner to make it through the one slot that they have?
Ooh, honestly,
sorry, I didn't mean to
China
laugh.
has been.
thank you.
Actually, they have been improving, and this
Tour 3.
the Tour 3, they have actually looked really damn good. So I'm surprised that even some shuffles are being
Flax,
made.
what was that face you made?
Now that I just,
That's the
One slot.
Flax always makes that face whenever I talk. The first panel I ever did with that man, like Dream League 20, I don't even know what. Like I'm kind of scared. It's my first time, and
Yeah.
I've been streaming, playing before, and I'm sitting on a couch next to Slacks, and all he does is like
what?
stares at me and makes faces. I'm like,
Making
come on, man.
a
Help me
nervous
out."
tick. You're a Giga Chad. I can't stop looking at your nipples, so I keep having to move my
Oh,
eyes.
so that
all
was
over
a
the place.
different kind of a face you were making. I
Yeah.
see, yeah.
Woo.
I get it.
That's that face.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, China having,
Gunnar transition from the.
China having one slot is wild, man. I mean, that's just wild.
You dodged my question though, lizZard.
yeah,
Who's
go
it
ahead.
gonna be? Is it gonna be IG? Is it gonna be Aster? Is it gonna be like some random other stack?
I don't know. I think Aster is with Kaka right now looking extremely good.
You don't even know what they look like with Kaka.
No, I know what Kaka brings to the
Okay,
table.
okay.
Dang.
But
Guys.
at the same time, XXS and Baboka are not playing together anymore. Like 3 and 4, that's like in every single team. That's the friendship.
They are.
Right.
They really have to know how to play together and understand it.
They
I mean-
also do have the king.
That's
Can't forget
true.
that. North American Dota taking
know
over another region.
So for me, the storyline of the Chinese region, like in this last DPC season, was like this: Sumail joined during the Berlin Major, right? Everyone is extremely hyped around him,
Mhm.
and then they start
They do okay.
They do
They did
okay. They
okay.
win almost every single series in the first week or two, and then Storm starts getting banned.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah. That's a NA classic.
So
right
because
there.
of that, I'm a little bit skeptical.
Okay,
Sure.
fine. How about Western Europe? 2 slots.
So, well, even just in general, right? They have 4 teams in the top 4.
Yep.
They're kind of taking over. We're back another cycle, Western
Ah.
Europe. How do we break this up? We got some North Americans on this panel, so what do we do?
Start
might
banning
do-
them.
Oh my god, I'm surrounded by NA.
Hey,
Holy hell.
sorry
You
about
can be
that.
honorary for the night.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I'll take a shower. I won't play Dota for a week.
Take it easy. Jeez.
Actually, yeah, your region is actually one of the strongest right now, lizZard. Well,
Yeah.
well, okay, this is quite the
Congratulations.
trend. Maybe we start. We need to somehow.
I mean, quite a change. It's always been like that, more
I
or
don't
less.
think that's entirely true for the past decade, but
Come on.
no.
But it depends. Like, if Western Europe is really strong, I'm Western Europe. If Eastern Europe,
Ah,
I'm
there you
Eastern
go.
Europe.
Braccio strats.
When Eastern Europe gets four slots, I just start talking like this, and it's my friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, yeah.
So cool.
I say we need to come up with more incentives to like North Americans are going to Europe. We need to attract like what happened to bring crit to Evil Geniuses? How did we do that? What kind of crazy shenanigans do we pull off to get a European to come to North America?
There's the 1 TI slot.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some teams are good. I think there's probably going to be some imports in this NA like TI qualifier. I wouldn't be surprised that these random teams like shuffle, get some players. I've heard rumors already of some shuffling going on with getting some like Eastern European players.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can release it all, but
You can release
we'll see.
all of it.
Yeah, go nuts.
We'll see. Depends on
Link it
how
right now.
how much content we need in the conversation.
Oh,
I need
damn.
Twitch
It's up
clips.
to you guys.
Yeah, but back in the day, NA was stronger as well, right? They were
Yeah.
never the strongest, but they were stronger than they
were.
are. At the
Yeah, I
moment.
think like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a lot of even sponsor teams. There was Complexity, there was
Yep.
J-Storm, there was EG that now are, Shopify.
Some
Sure.
strong teams that never got sponsored, like Quincy Crew as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
Right?
There was Forward Gaming for a couple. There was the
Planet Dog.
Planet
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Planet Odd,
Oh, right.
Planet Odd was Blitz's team.
and that was Digital Chaos.
That was Digital Chaos.
That's right. They had a dog as the.
I remember.
It was
On a
cool.
planet.
On a planet. It was a good little guy. I like that. Can I ask a real question though?
Me.
Yeah, as a guy who's like on a team, I consider like, every time we get near TI or a big event with a huge prize pool, it's like some Game of Thrones shit. That's how I always picture it. Like some guy cloak and daggering, like, I'm gonna leave, and making their jump to have this just a little bit higher placement, like 2 more levels up. They make so much more money. Is that what it's like in periods like this? Like the major is coming to a close. Most of our teams have been eliminated. Now other big events are coming up. Is it time to just betray each other and just kick people? Like how do you stay together in a moment like this where the smallest change might propel you up 2 levels and then triple the amount of money that you get?
I mean, betraying is a really strong word, I would say, but it's really hard because TI matters so much, and that I also wouldn't say that there's some points where even like changing players or changing regions, like it's like natural, and it can make different players even excel, right? Like Quinn goes to Europe, and he's the same player, but he's surrounded by different players, and it works out a lot better for him than it has. So, I mean, what to do to prevent it? It's really hard. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, some betrayals made very successful storylines for the teams that were left
Yes.
afterwards.
Very, very
I don't know
nice
which,
ones. Yeah,
which ones.
I'm kind of blanking on it.
Yeah,
team,
same.
but-
Right.
If you want to call it betrayal, because I don't know, like some players approach it differently, just cutthroat. Like I've been with, I was always the kind of a guy that when played in teams, we have to stick together, boys. The power of friendship. We make it or break it.
Look where that ended up.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what? If it isn't working out, just break it apart as soon as possible. Go to the next.
Maybe that does make me feel a little bit better about the Boboka thing. I just,
Yeah, it's also some players see it more as like a job, like very business. Like you show up, do your job, do your work, and then go home. But play pubs, but is your home. But it's not always purely like friendship. I think it's you kind of get a bond, but it's not. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to understand it's work, and like you have to win.
Yeah, it's more like colleagues than an actual family
Yeah.
at a certain point for some of them.
Yeah, not for everyone, I would say, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like one tournament stands and stuff. Like you're going to a tournament. After that, you see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like some it's tournament, some it's year. Like a lot of teams will try to stick together for the full year. I think even probably more recently, teams have been sticking together more, I would say, than they used to in the past, especially because of DPC. I know, like in the past before DPC, NA would be 2 days before a qualifier for a major. You just get like messages and like, guys, let's form a team.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd lose the qualifiers, and then everyone just leaves the. I think it was Discord at the time. They would just leave the Discords, and no one would talk for another like month.
In my come up as a caster, you have no idea how many Jenkins stacks I've casted that would just randomly assemble for like a WESG, where it's like, oh, we need 5 Canadian players. Okay, Jenkins, you're on.
Have you heard of the amazing Far Studios?
You know,
recently?
that's the stability that came with the DPC. But back in the day, though, it would just be 5 dudes who are like, we all have the same flag next to our name. We need to make a stack, and we're gonna lose.
Yeah, so I would say it's been a lot more consistent. It's usually like not completely breakup. It's like been 1 or 2 players like throughout the year, and a lot of the time it's mostly the TI shuffle is like the exciting thing, right? And even that I think hasn't been as exciting as it has been in the past.
What's the best bond you have made so far with all the previous teams that you were in?
The
Not
best
counting
bond.
this one right now. I don't want to make anyone salty.
23 probably.
Really? You stay in touch with 23?
Yeah, every time we see each other at like events, we always say hi and we talk for like 30 minutes or an hour.
But you guys were only on a team for like 2 weeks, right?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, that's impressive.
Sometimes it's just the
Friendship.
chemistry.
That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying,
they hit it off, and
I would say,
Okay.
yeah, if I had to say anyone, it would probably him.
Wow.
So
yeah.
Cute.
What about you, Tsunami? Of course, you haven't been playing, but when it comes to the talent,
I relate to the other aspect of it, where it's like, you know, some of them are just colleagues.
What the?
Some of them.
I
What
don't
the
really
hell?
know
This
if,
guy's a
uh,
Some of them.
psychopath.
so some of them are colleagues. So
Some of
who's
them
the
are colleagues.
non-colleagues? Who's the friends? Call
What
it
the
and find out.
hell's
List
wrong
all
with
of
this
them.
guy? This is actually real cabal stuff right here. What
Yeah.
the?
I get along with everyone.
Let me
Everyone's
hear it.
my family. I look at everyone equally.
You're a scumbag,
Cheers,
dude.
my friend.
Cheers to you.
Cheers,
I
my
like
colleague.
that. Thank you, colleague. Damn, we don't even have to compete. There's enough work for all of us. Why are you doing this?
No, yeah.
Flax, do you have any colleagues or non-colleagues?
Oh God, I don't know.
burn
not-
some bridges.
I mean, not a lot of people talk to me outside of events. I mean, a lot of people talk to me during events, but I mean, not a lot of people keep contact after the cameras.
You've been doing
off.
less live events.
That is
How much
Yep.
do you miss like this, like the green room experience?
Come on, it's the best experience in the world. I mean, I talk to you guys about stuff I could never talk to my child, my wife, my parents about. You guys know real
Real life.
me, real everything. Everyone else outside of this scene's a faker. You know, when you're really into Dota, that's like your life. You know,
Dude,
like you
for sure.
you can't like fuck.
For sure.
Unironically, one of my favorite parts about working events is that whenever the talent all knows who's invited to an event, then there'll be an official WhatsApp group made
Yeah.
where we're like, okay, your schedule is live at this point. Here are the casters for this and this game. And then there's a meme group that we
yeah.
always make
There's
that
a meme group.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
some people are invited into the meme group. And we will like spread our worries. Like, you know, not every single event is smooth, and so sometimes we, you know, express our frustration sometimes,
Yeah.
or just make fun of certain aspects of the event, or you know, just like have a good time in those groups. And those are like some of my favorite parts of being a talent.
It really
Yeah.
is. I mean, just being able to like, say the insider joke. I can't do real life, man. It sucks. My wife takes me out to eat with her friends and shit, and they're talking about their fucking lives and stuff. And I have nothing to talk about. What am I supposed to talk about? I can't talk about Dota. I can talk about memes. I'm talking to my
you
wife.
talk about that guy who ran down in your pub, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what do I do? It's so time consuming. So yes, I mean, this is what I consider my real life. And then it's like the Batman thing and Superman, right? Like Bruce Wayne, you know.
It's a facade.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
so-
you know when Wonder Woman, she wrapped a Batman around and
And
it's
he's-
like,
and-
what's your name? And he's like, I'm Batman because he is Batman.
So
You know,
you-
Bruce
you-
Wayne is the ultimate.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
No, my name is Jake. I'm not a fucking crazy person, but I'm just saying, like, yes, it is. You guys are very much like my family. You guys are very much like my best friends. Even the players that hate me. I mean, I have more in common than them with normies at Chipotle. I
Do
don't
you,
know.
have do you have a player that thinks you hate the most, or hates you the most?
Oh, for sure. For
Who?
sure.
Wait, you've had ones that you've won over. Because I know
Ah.
Puppy used to hate you.
Puppy used to hate me.
Yeah.
Why,
Hate.
why did he hate you?
I don't know. I walked into an elevator one time and Puppy said, "Oh, so you just came in here to annoy me?" And I'm like, "No, I just need to use the elevator, dude." And he's like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, what the fuck?
To defend him a little bit,
what?
like, I think that's an Eastern European.
What?
I see
I
where
think
he's coming
that's an
from.
Eastern European thing. Like,
Oh.
you're generally annoying to these people over here. To my.
I think it was Puppy. He it is that. Like he
Yeah.
said to me too, why do you always smile? And I'm like, because I'm happy. And he goes,
You don't smile all the time. that's the
right.
thing, yeah.
He's like, you look like you're running out of the forest from a bear. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? What does that mean? He's like, you're running. And I'm like, you need emotional therapy. But no, I think most players don't hate. I'd say Fada probably still hates me.
Is that the bus incident?
Oh, the
no.
winner's
That's
That
not
was the winner's bus. That
incident.
was Team Liquid.
Okay.
Kuro probably hates me, but he's kind enough to not tell me to my face. Fada does say to my face, I do not.
Really?
like you." Yeah. It was all because of the selfie museum. It was a dark tale. I could tell it real quick.
Yeah, would you
I'm listening.
care to share?
Sure. So we were at this event, and we needed to do content with people. I forget what event it was, but I was working with Pinda Panda. That's all I remember. She
So
was
a Southeast Asian event.
Yeah, she was a wild one, Pinda Panda. Anyway, so we had to do content with all the teams, and I had this great idea. And granted, it was a very toxic idea. There was a selfie museum, and I said, I'm going to take the most emotionally stunted players and take them to the selfie museum, and the first person to smile wins a prize. And I didn't tell them the contest. We just went through the selfie museum, and we were taking pictures like, look, there's a giant bowl of cereal. Selfie! And they were fucking miserable the entire time. I was laughing my ass off. Nobody... But I was convincing him to do it. He's like, I don't want to do any content. I don't want to do any content. You know I don't like doing content. I was like, listen, I have to do content with you, dude. We have to do it. And this one is a really good one.
Really good.
Looked me in the eyes and he said, promise me this is cool and not cringe. Promise me. And I said, bro, it's good. So he went to his room. He didn't come down, and he was hiding in his room, and I kept knocking on the door like, hey, content time. He was pretending he wasn't there, but I had to do it, so I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And after like 10 minutes, he finally came out. He's like, fine, let's go. He walked in front of the selfie museum, and he looked at the sign, and then he looks back at me, and he says, this isn't cool. This is cringe as fuck. And I said, it's cool. And he goes, I hate you. And then he just left.
You didn't film?
He went back on the bus, and he sat on the bus the entire time.
We didn't even take him back.
No, we had to do the content.
Did you ever air that?
Spoken to me since. He just said, I hate you, and he sat on the bus.
Did you ever air? Did you air that? You
I
didn't
don't
air
know.
it,
I
right?
don't know if we aired the selfie museum. If we did, it was really cringe. He was right. Well, what do you want me to do? Fada, they
He was
made.
just sulking there in the bus, looking at you
Yeah,
through the window.
He actually hates me. I
I'm not going to do selfie music.
don't want to do the selfie. You promised me this wouldn't be cringe.
Was that your worst content you've done?
God, no, I've done some really bad content, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I know the cutting room floor of what you and Mally have come up with over the years.
Woo! Have I ever told that on a podcast before?
If you want to.
Would you like to share more stories?
Before you share that,
All right,
like
all right.
Gunnar, is there any player that dislikes you? Like, did you ever break someone's team or anything like that?
With like content?
Nope, no, of
Or
course
what?
not content. Just by playing badly or too well.
Oh, they don't like me? Or wait,
Yeah, or you
what's
don't
Yeah,
like
you
them?
gotta-
Let me
enemies?
tell you about an event called ESL Mumbai.
Whoa.
No. That's your story to tell, Gunnar.
Don't worry, we played on a team together after that with some success.
Whose decision was that?
Uh,
How desperate were you is a better question.
desperation levels were very high. They're closing in on 10.
Oh
one to
my
10.
god.
I did what had to be done.
And Envy appreciates it.
Yeah, before he retired.
Yeah.
Yatoro was too good of a player,
Yeah.
and so it forced him to retire because he thought he could not be good enough.
Damn.
It was, I mean, I would personally be inspired, but you know, I'm not him.
Okay.
No judgments here.
That's probably
No, that's
bad.
pretty much what happened to me as well. Like, Thompson was just coming up. We played against him. We lost like, do you remember, right?
Yeah.
Like what was the team's name with Illidan and the stack?
Illidan.
Illidan and I think Taiga was in it as
Was
well.
it the shark logo?
Wasn't it?
think
no.
it's like
it
Vega.
was
That's
like,
Vegas
No,
Squadron,
not
but I don't
Vega.
think
Not
that was
Vega. After that, we literally lost every single scrim to them, like 7 times in a row, 8 times in a row. And we were like, guys, this isn't working out. Just go.
I think I'm gonna hang it up
Yeah.
now. I've had enough with
Yeah, at the
Dota.
same time, Dream League messaging me, wanna go come like
You want some
commentate
weird
a
guy to
little bit,
stare at
be
you the whole
Italian. I'm
time?
like,
Yeah.
guys, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, call it here.
Yeah, good calling it.
Don't need to delay the game. Let it end.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I saw your name on the talent announcement for Dream League, I thought that they were actually bringing a lizard, and I was really disappointed because I had no goddamn idea. And I saw like panel lizard, and I was like, "Oh God, they got a lizard!" And like I thought that there was gonna be like an iguana, and I was all hyped all day.
Like
and
a
then,
Komodo dragon.
yeah,
or like
there's
a, yeah.
you.
Is that why you signed the contract to do this?
Yeah.
The host?
There's a
Oh,
lizard
monkey.
co-hosting with me.
Oh,
there's a tsunami. Oh,
Holy-
yeah, I want to go.
Actually, my name threw you off the first time that we met.
It did, yeah.
We met at it was an ePulse event actually. It was some
Ah.
Berlin,
Berlin,
Winter
yeah.
Masters,
Yeah.
and you
I
weren't
just-
you weren't even invited.
I wasn't invited. I just wrote to them.
You literally
"Hey,
just
I'm
showed
showing up.
And then they were
and
like,
they let me.
they were okay.
I mean, the way I even got my first gig, like in Berlin, was who was it? Was Join Dota
Yeah.
Studios. It was Garrett. Like
Garrett.
Garrett was inviting people, and he came to my. I was streaming still, and he came and he was like, "Hey, what's up, lizZard?" I literally told him, "If you don't invite me to your event, I'll mess you up." Like something.
you were
like that.
quite
Really?
aggressive back then.
It was still a joke. It was
I
just a
did.
joke.
I don't know if
Whenever
it was a
you when you came up to me and you thought that I was a tournament organizer who never paid you.
Oh yeah.
I like.
Okay,
I was
then
being
I was
very
aggressive.
nice.
You still
yes.
owe me 50
No,
bucks.
it wasn't me. I swear to God.
You owe me
I
50
was
bucks.
there. I was like being very nice, and I think you were like, "Is this the guy?" And then near the end of the event, you were like, "Hey, you never paid me for this tournament that I played," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I still believe that was him.
No.
There was a website. It was a picture of a tsunami, like a wave, and there it was before you became talent, and they were organizing these weekly tournaments in Europe, like for $50. I think NA people played it as well. It was $50 every Sunday. Everyone played it. Like
Everyone.
You could have GH. You could maybe not GH. He came after, but there was Weeha was playing it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe even Miracle and those boys. Like I don't know why, but Saksa as well. Like all these guys were in it, and then you didn't pay me.
No, it wasn't. Listen, I'm gonna have to talk to the boys in marketing about this one, but like, believe it or not, Tsunami is a very commonly used handle.
Okay.
And now I have ownership over it in Dota. But before that, it was not me. I swear.
You shouldn't have reminded me of this. man.
Damn, oh, he's actually mad. I can see his face. He's furious.
What do you want, lizZard?
Oh, damn.
Oh,
You got
no.
the wallet out now, baby.
the whole
So it
wallet.
was 50 bucks.
Pay me.
It actually
You know what?
was
I'll give you interest. Here's 60 bucks.
Yay!
We did it.
Hatchet buried.
I'm
We
not
did
paying
it.
Soxa though.
Okay, now we're friends again.
It was 50 for the team, right? You have to split that
Oh, that's
5
Yeah.
ways.
Contact your players.
Call up
Yeah,
your
get
boys.
all 4 of them. Otherwise, you have to return it
He
to
gave
him.
me 20. 20, we'll split it.
Oh, oh,
But
boy.
yeah, Tsunami. Speaking of,
What more do you want from me, lizZard?
I also think you owe me like $20.
No.
That from that one time. You remember? It was
I-
at Mumbai. Yeah.
No, I wasn't at that event.
Yeah, no, you were. I think I saw you.
What you could have. Well, now what? Because I'm Indian.
Oh,
I should.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Hey.
You better watch yourself, boy.
Whoa, okay.
God damn, is this the Mason stream? Let's go. Hell yeah. All right, anyway, Tsunami, you are such a friendly dude. Everybody loves you. Have you actually made any, have you had any awkward or enemy moments in all of Dota? Because I have a book, but have you ever had any bad interactions
I'm
yet?
clean. You can
Really?
even check my
Clean.
all chat history. It's either GG or GG well played. Well played if I win, GG if I lose. But I don't talk. Because for the most of my Dota career, I always partied up with my friends. And so all of that was confined to voice chat. There's no permanent record of it.
what about you, Gunnar? Like, your fans, are they a little bit crazy at times? Do you have
My
any?
fans?
Yeah, like your fans, okay,
Yeah, you know, the gun
come on,
dog.
all
The gun dog. My fans are okay.
The gun dog
When Mason is
army.
streaming, my stream is good.
Hey,
My
let's
chat's nice.
go. Okay, take it easy.
Sure.
Yeah. So when they're all corralled in one stream, I think my all chat's pretty good. I think it could be checked.
Yeah, you've chosen 2 very clean people as your guests for this one.
Yeah, sure.
We're not gonna.
Would
we
you
don't-
share
Okay,
your all
okay,
chat?
you two are
I don't
clean,
have
but what
dirty
about the
laundry.
people that write to you, that like flame you after you
That
lose?
I get
Or
blamed. Oh I get Twitter DMs and like Instagram DMs.
Did you ever meet any of these?
No,
Like
no
in
one's
real
said
life?
to my face said like that. But betters get really mad when you lose games. Like very mad.
Mm.
Their insults are interesting sometimes, but not
on.
great. I don't know any of them off the top of my head, but a lot of like, wishing my family gets
Yeah.
COVID,
Ah.
wishing them death, stuff like that,
Ah.
So wholesome.
Yeah, very wholesome.
But the crowd here, and whenever you go to a major and
Yeah,
meet
in person, people are very
in
nice.
People
Yeah.
are always nice. Yeah. Is it something like with internet? Does it change
It's-
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
does.
Anonymity.
anonymity, but
Mm.
it's good. I mean, I don't consider it a successful event if I don't get a death threat, personally.
Really.
Yeah, I love them.
Why do you get them?
I don't know. It's funny as hell. I mean, it's great.
Because Fada keeps emailing him.
Yeah, Spada. he just signs it. He says, "I'll get you," and then he sends a GIF. It's terrible.
Then he sends a selfie.
Selfie. I know, selfie museum.
Ah.
Oh,
You should have sent him a selfie.
goodness gracious.
Yeah, but besides meeting the fans and stuff and paneling, playing, you're in Bali.
Yep.
What's that been like?
It's been great. And you know what's great about Bali is there's a Dota tournament on. So what are your predictions for tomorrow?
Wow.
guy's good.
Watching that one.
This guy's
That's
good.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going first?
Slacks.
We got in the lower bracket, to remind you, I don't know if you've been following Slacks. I don't
Yeah.
trust you. So we have Tundra
That's
versus Liquid
surprising.
in the lower.
Wow.
And we have Gaming Gladiators in the finals waiting.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
That's
Who could have
crazy.
predicted?
Who could have
anything
predicted
like
Liquid
this?
is going to be top 2 potentially versus Gaming? Oh my god.
Wow.
So what are your predictions?
I don't care. I don't care anymore. I wanted Quest to win. It doesn't matter. Oh, the rich European teams are gonna make more money. Yippee!
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I think. Let's see.
I can give you 3 competing storylines.
Tundra. Okay, give me some storylines. Make me invested again, please.
So here's what happens if Gaiman wins. Probably the most dominant year of any Dota team ever.
Okay.
All 3 majors won, Dream Leagues won, and all throughout different patches. 7.33 drops in the middle of their reign, and they continue their dominance.
That's cool.
So being able to do that, it's pretty impressive.
That is cool.
Alternative, Tundra makes it, they win it. Last year's TI winners, kind of fading into obscurity at the beginning of the year, and then they come back with Owie in the last minute,
Stand in.
standing in for them,
Yeah.
rising back, and getting ready to claim their Aegis yet again, because
Okay.
it's coming around TI time.
I'm getting hyped up actually.
Yep.
Give me one
Has
more.
Tundra actually had their
last one?
full roster for events? I feel like they always have a stand-in at events.
That's a good point, actually. I think at Lima they had... Were they at Lima, actually?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
I
Oh,
think
yes.
also, incidentally, I think the microphone, because we mixed up the host situation,
Yep.
we don't know who's supposed to be talked to. So shout out, wait, where's my camera?
Give it.
We're
to
gonna
him.
use Tsunami for
He'll
it.
do it.
Shout out to the OG shop. Give me the bucket hat.
There, you could get the merch.
Get the merch.
Yeah, that's exactly how it fits.
It's shop.ogs.gg. Look how big it made my brain. I'm a genius now.
We're bringing back that 80s zoot suit. It looks awesome. So go ahead and go to the OG shop and buy the merch, guys. They got hats, they got towels, they got shorts, they got shirts. They got it all. Look
Milady.
at that. Milady. Use it to get that. You'll definitely do something. Fantastic. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Last storyline.
Last story.
Uh-huh.
Team Liquid.
Yeah.
They are a more self-contained storyline, a story about beating Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd major grand final, sure, but they always lose to them.
They do.
Lima, it was Jabs being a stand-in. Dream League Season 19, they sucked. Berlin, they sucked. But
Whoa.
Oh, take it easy.
That's a strong word.
I
They went.
mean,
It was 3-2 in
listen-
Dream League Season 19.
it doesn't matter. I have
It's
recency
3-1.
bias. Either you're
Okay.
first or you're last, baby.
God damn.
You know how this North American mentality goes.
Unfortunately, I do. Yeah.
Okay, man.
This toxic culture.
And so if they are finally able to conquer their demons of Gaming Gladiators, that's a hell of a storyline.
That is okay. I have to admit, Tsunami. Can we have a round of applause? That was actually hype as hell. Thank you so
I
much.
just blew my grand final load on this podcast, but
Good
whatever.
job, Tsunami.
Hey, you can do it again. Different
do it.
crew.
I'll do
You know,
They'll forget by the morning.
Donut guys, short attention span. Okay, well, after that, I suppose I am voting for Team Liquid.
Okay.
I will say that. I love underdog stories. They're my favorite. And you're right. I remember at Berlin, they were so excited to have that grand finals, and it wasn't the showing we were all hoping for. It'd be really cool for Liquid to get that under their belt, to get the excitement, to go into TI and be like, we beat our demon, and nothing can stop us now. So thank you for hyping me up.
There you
I'm
go.
appropriately hyped. I hope it's Liquid.
Okay. lizZard,
Yeah,
how about you?
I actually hyped just as much for Liquid. Like I would like to see them defeat Gaimin because I just wanna.
Copying.
I want to see them lose at some point, right? Like they're making this game a bit boring. Like you can see the chat,
Sure.
how they're flaming them and stuff. No, like good job to them.
But one thing worth mentioning is that you know that the team that wins the last major never wins TI.
Well, they don't have to win TI. Just make it more interesting.
Well, now
That's it.
now with Riyadh, right? Is that going to kind of count as another TI?
That's what I'm not sure, because we have also had non-DPC stuff. Because I know for Wings' TI,
They had Summit.
they had
wait,
Summit, and Summit
that's
wasn't
actually-
the DPC thing.
That's actually not true. If I remember correctly, okay, maybe not the major, but Team Spirit, they won the last event before TI, right?
Was that any major?
Or they didn't.
No, that was the last event before last
PSG
TI.
won, Anna.
PSG LGD won it. Actually, you're
Yeah.
right. They ended.
And
They were
went to
second,
grand
and then
finals,
they won it.
and then they
Oh,
lost TI.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
thought
Liquid, they
Tundra
need to be
won.
second. That's what it is. If
Okay.
they want to win TI,
So you want Gaimin to win?
still no.
Damn,
I
all
want
right.
everyone to lose.
You could say Tundra.
You could pick Tundra,
You could
There
pick
we go.
Tundra.
Like Tundra.
but then we don't get a two-time TI winner.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
And then what's OG gonna talk about anyway?
Damn.
Who's
that would
paying?
be super hype if there were
Yeah.
two-timers. Then like
Then they have to fight
the
it off.
bars open again. Like
Mm.
someone has to become the
Well,
three-time.
three-
technically,
time.
Aoi would be a three-time at that point.
Oh shit, that is a god damn.
Yeah.
God damn, that's cool. You're really hyping. You're a good host.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
he's
you.
finding
But how about we ask,
storylines.
ask our host?
Well, why don't we
Gunnar.
ask you?
No, I presented all of them.
Yeah, he presents.
I think I presented the question at the start.
Okay, fine. Then my thing would be Gaimin. Even though I am sick of seeing them win, I think being able to maintain that kind of longevity is something that's always impressed me. Anytime even someone asks me like, who's the GOAT of Dota, my answer is always Puppy, because longevity is what I find
Yeah.
to be the most impressive in a game that changes so much. And so Gaimin being able to do it for 5 international events, I think that would be the most
Yeah,
impressive.
but isn't the script that Puppy has to win next TI?
Oh, he'll be
Wait,
there, don't worry.
He's gonna win it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
last,
'Cause
how
he got
many
second
TIs
place.
he's been moving up?
He went
place?
4th, 3rd, 2nd. Now it's time for 1st
Oh,
again.
if he qualifies.
That would be unbelievable, dude. What kind of circumstance could possibly?
I mean, last year they were in Last Chance, right?
Yeah.
They like barely
Yeah.
made it in.
Barely, and then they ended
Barely.
up being
in the
second.
second place.
Yeah.
That would be unbelievable.
And Rezo
Yeah,
is
yeah.
standing in, like he started the standing in train. Go back.
TI might be magical. It's the
Yeah.
10th anniversary TI.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dota being released.
It's
Dota.
the 10th
Dota being
anniversary of
released.
Dota being released,
Yeah.
correct?
So,
I guess.
oh,
Technically.
Yeah. What about you?
Technically.
Who do you want to win?
Quinn, North American Dota.
Why? Snaking and Aoi already got their thing?
Yeah, I mean, Tundra is like, they've all played on NA teams, but they're like, NA. You know, I'll give them like a 50%.
I see.
I give Gaming Gladiators like a 90% NA because they have Quinn. So
100%.
This is just mid-player bias.
I'll give them like 10% Western Europe, just to be fair.
I mean, it sounds sarcastic, but honestly, like the difference between Gaming Gladiators pre and post Quinn is absolutely nuts. So I mean, I don't know. I really do agree with you. That's freaking cool.
What do you think? What made him grow so much as a player?
I think he was always kind of the player. I don't know if he really grew.
Mm.
I think his team probably just has a different view on the game. I think Western Europe is very different than like North America, how they like practice, how they play, how they communicate, even their visions. I think the way they talk is more to improve.
Mm.
As like if they're mad, it's because like they just want to get better, and if they're not actually mad. Whereas in North America, it's sometimes more like you suck kind of thing, more emotions.
Man, don't tell SVG this is how you think. Otherwise, if he takes the blame for Quinn's stifled creativity and success.
I mean, maybe he was just the tutor, you know, that you gotta let him fly free.
I was trying to get something out of you, like you as a player. Like, how do you improve? What do you do?
It's
If
a hard
Quinn,
one.
like
Yeah.
you say, Quinn was always a player, right? Like, but we all can improve, even Twitch chat.
Yeah,
What do we
even
do?
Twitch chat.
I
I
don't
mean,
know about that. I mean, you can't teach a dog to drive a bus. I mean, I don't know.
you'd be surprised. You can teach your dog to skateboard.
I have seen that
Yeah.
video.
I've seen them surfing as well.
Yeah, and surfing.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
It's possible.
skateboard's doing all the work. I mean, they're just kind of
They turn.
On it. They turn.
Yeah, they
on the
turn.
skateboard?
And they start the skateboard, they like do the little
Yeah,
run.
they push it and everything.
Can you skateboard?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I used to be a skater in high school. I used to carry it around. I could do a sick ollie. You can do a sick kickflip. That's all I ever did. I fell down once and I gave it up though because I got hurt and I said ow. So I just
Was it like a loud ow or like a?
no, I went ow, and then I put it away.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
think to improve, I know Quinn's probably one of the hardest working players.
Mm.
He would do a lot of 1v1s, and I think his laning's like consistently been like top 3, if not like top 1, because of that. And he also plays a lot of pubs. He's the most efficient pubber I think in the world. I think he has the shortest average pub time, like the amount of length the games actually turn out, because he either wins very fast or he's on to the next game very quickly.
I wonder how
How does he do that?
Just efficiency, you know,
I
just
see.
working hard.
How does he make the game end that?
The sheer power of will. It's very
I
impressive.
see.
I'm always impressed when I see it.
I see.
Yeah.
So we should all learn something from
We
that.
could all learn something from that,
I
yeah.
don't think if that's a good thing to learn, but okay, no worries. All right, well, unfortunately, I feel like our time is running out. It feels like so fast. I mean, this has been one of the smoothest, happiest podcasts I've ever been on. That's what happens when you have 4 hosts going through and having the time of their lives. So,
Apparently, Quinn Callahan himself is in chat right now.
oh, he's in chat. What did he say?
I don't know, but I'm a big fan.
Wide
Shout out to
bat
Quinn. Wide bat Quinn.
Wide bat Quinn.
Are you a
Shout out
wide bat
everyone.
Quinn fan, Slacks?
I like the Quinners. I do. Yeah, of course.
Are you a Quinner?
Quinn's in every chat. It's not like a freaking event. You go on to like some dude with 200 viewers. What's that guy's name? The crazy Herald dude? Forget his name, but
Oh, Bradley Dragon.
Bradley Dragon. Quinn's in there like, good job, Bradley. I mean, Quinn's a psychopath. He's in every. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get kicked out before Pure did for alt tabbing in the chat. So, anyway, yeah, good luck or whatever. I mean, what do you
Or whatever.
what?
Nothing. Just-
What did you just say?
I didn't
Oh.
say anything.
But the show is unfortunately coming to an end soon. So, Gunnar, please, as our host that is not a host, it is time to wrap this thing up in your own time. You got about 3 minutes.
I have to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Ask some final questions. Get this thing wrapped.
Let me think. I don't know. Tsunami, you have any tips? This is the
Nope.
hard part. Go.
You-
No
Nope.
tips.
Go for
Right.
it.
Dog, you're
Wing it.
brave.
Wing it.
That was
Oh, God.
awful.
I don't know. I mentally prepared for this opening. I had the opening all down.
Yeah.
And
It
it
was
was,
Something like say hi to your fans.
Oh,
goodbye to
yeah,
your
give
fans,
it-
something
I
like
mean,
that.
like
you
Slacks
know?
would need fans for me to do that. I could do that for you two.
Piece of-
Tsunami and lizZard, would you like to say anything to your fans?
Sure.
the hell?
I'll take a. Give me a lower third. I want a lower.
Give me a lower
Give me a
third.
lower
What kind of
third.
show do you think
Give me
this
one
is?
of these.
This is TI.
There we
Production
go.
value.
Wow.
I have the power, my friend. I'm a talent. You're a host.
Okay.
Follow
Great.
me at Tsunami643 on the gram because Twitter is imploding.
Damn.
I have no other capabilities other than my relevance on social media. I desperately crave all the validation. Please follow me.
Check out my thread.
Check out my don't check out my threads.
lizZard, any closing thoughts?
No closing parts. I just say don't play in any Tsunami sponsored tournaments.
You got
It
paid,
worked out for
lizZard.
you.
Fuck off.
If you want to be paid after 7 years, definitely do trust Tsunami and do play for him. But
It's still better than that one organizer, right?
Yeah, I mean, at
Shout out
least
to
I got money.
GSA.
But
One.
GESC.
Shout out to GSA.
Tsunami eventually paid. Think about it, GESC. Think about it.
And Slacks, anything for your many enemies out there?
My many enemies. Yeah. Can I get a camera? For my many enemies out there. I'll wait for the zoom. Here we go. Don't worry. I'll wait. Do it. Do it. Bring it. You know where I am. Bring it. So many DMs. So many threats. I'm right here, bitch. You know where I'm gonna be. Tickets are free. Come to the show. I want it. I'll see you soon. Do it.
I'm terrified. I'm trembling in my boots. I don't even want to be your enemy
I will
anymore.
warn you. Your next event will probably be on North American soil.
Do it.
In Seattle.
Do it. I'm waiting. All right, great. Thank you, Gunnar. Shut the show up.
Yeah,
please.
thank you to my wonderful guests on the show. You know, we had a lovely time here. Lovely way to end the day. You know, just be excited for another way of.
thank you very much, Gunnar, for hosting.
Thank you,
for
Gunnar.
being a
Round of
part
applause.
Yeah.
Gunnar, the host.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good job.
It's a
Amazing.
pleasure. A
One
pleasure
more
of mine.
merch plug. One more merch plug.
I love merch. Go buy merch from the OG merch shop.
Yay! Wow, I put it on. That's great.
I
Love
wore
it. Not gonna
properly.
like that. That's fantastic. Thank you guys. Fantastic. Okay.